Please tell me you want to sell these. I'm going warp speed in pursuit of epic toys for New York Comic Con. And my expedition is uncovering some out-of-this-world finds.
You gotta be kidding me.
At astronomical prices.
$700, $2,100, $26,000.
So I'm upping the stakes and going after my biggest sales goal ever, $35,000.
$1,200, man.
But one misstep
What?
could torpedo my chances.
Son of a... This is how stuff breaks. I'm Jordan Hembrough. For over 25 years, toys have been my life. Found something I want. My mission is to explore the globe. Do you know how much I can get for this? Finding fortunes buried in your toy chest at flea markets, auctions, and mega conventions.
I just touched a $17,000 toy.
They call me the Toy Hunter. What are you packing?
Masters.
Okay.
Hey, man.
New York Comic Con is fast approaching, and my team and I are starting our prep.
Can I get the box one? Thanks.
The country's second largest pop culture event is a mecca for toy dealing and one of the craziest expos on the planet. Over 115,000 people came out last year, and more are expected this year. So this could be a record-breaking weekend for sales. I've set a lofty goal of $35,000. So I'll need way more marquee toys to truly set the booth apart. And what's more marquee than Star Wars?
Where are these people that you've been talking about?
Oh, Tom and Ann.
Tom and Ann.
Yeah, Arizona.
Star Wars?
Yeah, she has carded figures. I saw some pictures. The stuff looks good. It's worth the trip, I'm telling you.
If Steve is right about this stockpile, it could mean huge dollars at Comic-Con.
Thank you.
But I've got to get eyes on them first to be sure they're the real deal. So we're headed west to scope out these Star Wars figures in Scottsdale, Arizona, a town that has managed to keep its 19th century Old West atmosphere through the years.
Hey!
Jordan.
Hi, how are you?
I'm Ann. I have many, many antiques that were handed down to me.
You must be Tom. I'm Stevie.
Hello, Steve. I'm Tom, and I agree with everything she says.
I grew up with antiques. I have childhood toys, my mother's dishes. I appreciate antiques.
I'm digging in.
Go right ahead.
Lando.
Here.
I got cooties.
Look, Vader chewed gum.
Star Wars is gonna have to wait.
Nice.
There's gotta be some other awesome toys here.
Jerry Mahoney.
That was actually mine.
Made by Giro Novelty Corp in the 1950s.
I never had it when I was a kid, but I would go home from after school and watch the show.
The original clothes, even the shoes.
Wow. Paul Winchell is the creator of Jerry Mahoney.
Paul Winchell was probably most famous for creating the voice of Tigger. Started in 1968, he voiced the lovable tiger for 33 years.
Oh, you got my ear!
You guys are having too much fun.
You gonna buy him?
With the box, $150.
I'll take it.
You're coming home.
Wow. An action figure 2-pack?
This is really good. Look, Ronald McDonald.
Oh, my God. That's by Hasbro Corporation. 1978.
Can I open it up? Sure. The first Ronald McDonald was the weatherman, Willard Scott.
A McDonald's down in Washington, D.C. hired Scott to be their new mascot. After the commercial ad, their sales increased 30%.
Toys like this cross over, and there's a
Advertise.
huge market for the advertising and rrestaurant stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody did it like McDonald's.
How much you think you want to go home back to Jersey? 30 bucks.
30 bucks is fine.
30 bucks is fine? He says thank you.
Huh, bringing Steve along on this dig is working out nicely.
75.
That sounds pretty good.
He is cleaning up,
Do you want candy?
but I can't forget why we came all the way out here.
I thought you had Star Wars, too, like the originals.
Take a look in that box right there.
Wow. Oh, my God. This is the original Boba Fett from Empire Strikes Back.
This figure first hit the shelves in 1980.
Oh, look at that.
This is nice.
Wow.
Now this is what led me here. Tom and Ann are sitting on a mega stash of vintage Star Wars. I wasn't expecting to see this many in this kind of condition in one place. Making Star Wars the centerpiece of my booth might be my ticket to hitting my sales goal. And a stash like this is one hell of a start.
Why don't you check out that box? Bag or a box?
I don't know. It's like
box?
It's like a bag box. It's like a bag
I
box.
wanted to protect the box.
No way.
It's the original shipping case.
Yes.
You're gonna like these.
You gotta be kidding me.
Steve and I are in Scottsdale, Arizona at Tom and Ann's, digging through what has turned out to be a treasure trove of Star Wars action figures.
You gotta be kidding me.
And I just stumbled across a box that has stopped me dead in my tracks.
Look at that.
This is the find of a lifetime.
Tom and Ann are sitting on what looks like an immaculate, complete set of Kenner's very first Star Wars figures. If they have even one complete set, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. This is beyond Comic-Con Gold. This is Comic-Con Platinum.
This is the original Princess Leia Organa from Kenner's Star Wars line, 1977. See on the back, the first 12 action figures? The very, very first 12 action figures ever released, we call them the 12 backs.
Kenner's original 12 backs were the company's first action figures released in the 3 3/4 inch scale, and they changed the toy market forever, with already established action figures like G.I. Joe being produced in the same size soon after.
Carrie Fisher. She was only 19 when Star Wars came out. Do you know that? She was like a teenager.
Who was her mother? $400?
Debbie Reynolds. Her father was Eddie Fisher.
Eddie Fisher.
You got the Jawas.
Wow. Look at this one.
Who is that? Carrie Fisher? You've got a lot of doubles.
This was the extras that I didn't give to my boys. My sons had a collection of the toys. These were supposed to replace what they did lose or break. Since they didn't, I have them now.
Do me a favor. Start laying these out for me. One on top, one on the bottom. Let me see if I can do a set. Here, take Ben. One on top, one on the bottom. Jawas.
Wow.
Gently.
Look at it. Take it all in.
You've got 2 complete sets.
There.
All right, I need all of this for New York Comic Con. I want to buy it all. Do you guys even have a number in mind?
I have educated myself.
All right.
As is, just one of these sets of 12 backs could go for as high as $10,000, not to mention the rest of their incredible stash. For me to make any serious return on these, Ann has got to be somewhere south of 20 grand in her asking price.
What did you come up with?
I know that they're worth about $26,000. I know you have to make your money. I would be happy with 15,000.
15,000. 2 of almost every figure made, all in pristine condition. 15,000. Yes. I will do. Oh my God. I will do $15,000. Thank you.
These figures carry a hefty price tag, but in this business, you've got to spend big to win big. This won't be an easy sale, but if the right buyers are at Comic-Con, this entire stash could command at least $30,000 altogether. And I'm confident enough to up my sales goal to a whopping $45,000 to take advantage of this incredible haul.
Can I get a hug?
Great. Oh, absolutely.
Tom and Ann's was one-stop shopping for both Steve and I. Steve grabbed a classic Jerry Mahoney ventriloquist doll for $150, and at worst, he'll get $225 for it. But the real prize of the day was the pristine collection of 130 Star Wars action figures, including 2 sets of the original 12 backs for $15,000. A stockpile like this is a huge game changer ahead of Comic-Con, but I'll need way more Star Wars gems if I'm going to use the galaxy far, far away to generate record sales. So Steve and I are paying a visit to the self-proclaimed city for all seasons, Boca Raton, Florida, to see Greg the Itemizer, who is known for his massive collection of Star Wars and is always willing to sell, if the price is right.
Vintage. I need vintage.
I know. New York Comic Con. It's coming up around the corner. Greg said he had over 700 toys for sale.
Actually, it's 932. My name is Greg, and I'm an inventory extraordinaire. I have Star Wars pretty much everywhere in the house, except in my bedroom. The inventory I have, it's worth about $43,000 on the open market. I think it's time to buy a house that Star Wars built.
Man, you sure have inventory.
That's got every vintage Kenner figure. Back in the day, I actually played with my toys.
Loose figures are great, but for this stop to be worth it, I really need some ships and play sets.
I still have all the original Kenner 1970s toys. They're in the boxes in the other room. I was very fastidious about keeping my Star Wars toys in good shape with all the boxes.
All right.
Vintage toys, you see.
What do you want on this?
Let me see.
Can't you lose that list?
How about 40?
40 bucks. Thank you.
Oh, man, this is cool. This is the Return of the Jedi B-Wing fighter, made by Kenner, 1984. All of Kenner's ships from the Rebel fleet came with special features. By pushing down on R2-D2, the wings on the X-Wing opened to their attack position. The Y-Wing had battery-operated cannons, and the B-Wing's gyroscopic cockpit kept the pilot level no matter what direction he's flying.
The B-Wing fighter was originally going to have a lot bigger role in the movie.
The B-Wing short screen time was because it was hard to shoot the skinny fighter against the blue screen. We need this for New York Comic Con.
I'll take that for New York Comic Con. Hell yeah.
Let's see, but I think it was going for...
Yeah, we're gonna get the chart. All right.
157.50 is what they had it at.
All
You
right.
squeaked out of 50 cents?
Now, I know you've got to turn around and sell it again. How about 80?
All right. I was gonna actually say 75.50. But I'll do 80. Thank you. Thank you. All right, put it on the side. Make a pile.
Jordan!
What?
Turn around.
Oh.
Those are cool.
Oh my gosh. These are limited edition prop replicas from Master Replicas Company. This is the AT-AT from Empire Strikes Back. This is the Snowspeeder. They only made 750 pieces of this. This is one of my favorite vehicles, the AT-AT.
All-terrain armored transport.
Lucas used the Martian tripods from H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds as inspiration for the AT-ATs, the Empire's giant mechanical beasts designed to provide a psychological edge, as well as, of course, superior weapons.
Will this be a super piece for New York Comic Con?
It's cool as hell. This is the next evolution for toy collectors. Just think about it. You're a collector, you got every toy, you got every figure, you want something special. Boom.
They're not vintage, but these replicas are not something you see every day, and they are perfect for New York Comic Con.
Please tell me you want to sell these.
I know what this is worth. The AT-AT's going for $1,500 or more right now.
All right, so give me a realistic number that you want for me to take them right now.
For me to part with them, it'd have to be $2,100.
2,100? 21. Yeah?
We got a deal.
I'll do 21. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Greg's house was locked and loaded with enough Star Wars cargo to definitely make my booth a one-stop shop. I flew off with the elusive B-Wing for 80 bucks, and a new pilot should take it home for 160. But the big surprise of the day was the AT-AT and Snowspeeder from Master Replicas for 2,100 bucks. If the right buyer is at Comic-Con, I could potentially rake in 3,500 for the pair. I hit the road searching for marquee Star Wars toys, and I'm returning with a legendary cachet of Kenner's classics to hopefully propel me to a record 45,000 bucks in sales. And now, New York Comic Con awaits. The East Coast premier pop culture event has grown to hundreds of thousands of guests annually, and a record 130,000 visitors are expected this weekend. I've got Captain Comic-Con Dave, the Toy Whisperer Steve,
He's telling you to buy it, I think.
and rookie Toy Scout Travis with me,
That is factory sealed.
working feverishly to put the final touches on the booth.
These are some of the sweetest Star Wars figures you've had in a long time, buddy.
What's the postcard say?
It's a history of the Star Wars 12 backs, who they were made by, and also the price, 20 grand.
20,000
For 12 figures.
A lot of money.
Not only did I drop $15,000 on Tom and Ann's entire collection without a buyer, I spent another $5 grand having them graded and cased by Action Figure Authority. They check for any imperfections on the toys, like creasing, tearing, and fading, and assign grades accordingly on a scale from 1 to 10. The higher the grade, the better the toy, and these figures achieved amazing scores of 8.5 and higher, and just one set of the 12 backs became practically priceless.
Getting all these in one shot is like finding like a needle in a haystack.
I'll do 50 a piece on these.
Interested in Yoda?
Ice 700.
Deal.
May the force be with you, man.
The Ewok is awesome.
150.
All right. Congratulations, man.
We're off to a great start at Comic-Con. Inventory is flying off the shelves.
He's also interested in the cantina.
75.
But my first potential big-ticket sale will go a long way in determining if I can reach my record sales goal.
Let's tear it open.
No, you're not gonna tear anything open. It's really, really fragile.
Yeah, and it's really, really expensive, too.
Right, it's really, really expensive, too.
Hold on, pineapples, hold on.
I haven't even seen it since we shipped it.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
All right, wait, just let me...
Hold on here. This is how stuff breaks.
Oh, Son of a... Hey, toy fans, check out travelchannel.com for the latest in my toy tricks and tips.
We're at New York Comic Con going for a record sales mark of $45,000. And I was counting on selling the rare AT-AT replica to help get me there. But a potentially devastating issue might have just cost me.
Son of a... Now I'm really stressed.
It's actually broken.
It's broken.
You think your buyer's still gonna want it with a broken case?
I don't know.
You're not gonna get the retail price that we wanted. Not now. It's gonna crack.
I can't sell the AT-AT in this condition. This is the sort of risk you take when you ship higher-end items, and I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one.
You know what? Just put it in the back.
I'll be able to have the case eventually fixed, but losing this major sale today is a blow to my chances of hitting $45,000 in sales.
Well, I guess we need to sell that Star Wars set.
Yeah, now even more? Hell yeah.
Let me talk to a couple of dealers and see if I can move that whole set for you.
What, are you gonna shop it around?
I'll shop it around.
Take Travis, take David. I'll do this by myself.
Sending my A-team out to visit other booths to find potential buyers is just what it takes sometimes. And if anyone can handle it, it's these guys. It's now 12 backs or bust.
Excuse me, great Power Rangers collection.
What's happening?
You got some plush? What would Jordan do?
Dave. Long time no see, buddy.
Hey, Travis, Ahoy. Remember me from C2E2?
Yeah. We're really sweating it out here.
Trying to sell the whole set, huh?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
You want me to buy them off you? I got a guy. I don't know if he's committed to anything that big before. I'll make a few calls.
I appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Thank you, man.
James,
All right,
thank you very much. I'll see you around. all right?
Yep, I'll see you later.
Hey, how'd it go?
So I'm pretty sure I may have a buyer for him.
Really? Bring him over.
He's actually not here. We'd have to drive to him in Cape Cod.
What?
His name's Ray. He wants to start collecting. It's worth a chance.
It's not ideal, but Travis may have found a lead on a first-time buyer with deep pockets and a desire to spend.
Good job. Thank you.
Got it.
New York Comic Con has rapidly drawn to a close, and although Star Wars did very well overall, missing out on the AT-AT sale and not finding a buyer for the 12 backs cost me, and I fell about $20,000 short of my goal. But Travis and I are setting sail for Cape Cod, chasing a last-second lead for a buyer, and the location he picked is a little puzzling.
I'm Jordan.
Ray Cataloni, how you
Ray,
doing, Jordan?
how are you?
My name is Captain Ray. I love the ocean. I grew up on the ocean. I'm aboard.
Be careful with that.
See you guys later.
No.
We're out on a boat today because I'm comfortable here.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Besides, if Jordan doesn't give me a good deal, then I'll have to swim home.
I've done toy deals in a lot of places, but never on a boat. There isn't a life preserver big enough for this toy chest.
James told me that you were interested in starting a collection of toys.
Let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Now, when I was about 7, 8 years old, Star Wars came out. So did the original 12-back Star Wars figures.
The original 12 figures.
Well, I'm trying to relive my childhood. And at the same time, I'd like to make an investment. Enjoy it for a little while.
Okay.
And then move it along.
I did bring them for you. I did bring the setup that you wanted.
Wow! This is like walking into a store in 1977.
This isn't an ordinary set of 12 backs you got right here.
I did notice that you had some other characters in here.
You want, like, extra figures?
You know what? I like Greedo.
Okay.
And I like Walrus Man. And I like Hammerhead.
I had a hunch these extra figures might come in handy. But more figures means more dollars. Let's see if Ray's really ready to pull the trigger.
The price of the set is $25,000.
That's a lot of fried clams.
Well, you're buying the best of the best.
Where do you get this figure? Where do you see 25,000?
You mean to, like, actually break it down for you?
Well, for this kind of financial commitment?
Well,
absolutely.
Travis and I are in Cape Cod on the deck of Ray's boat, and the first-time toy collector is interested in the 12-backs.
Wow.
Just not the price. If we can't come to an agreement, I'll be walking the plank.
Where do you get this figure? Where do you see 25,000?
You mean to, like, actually break it down for you?
For this kind of financial commitment?
Well,
absolutely.
Here's the thing. I've got a Chewbacca right here. I've got a buyer back in New Jersey that wants to give me $6,500, okay? C3PO, that's about $2,500 right there, the
Okay.
C3PO. That's almost 10 grand just for these two figures.
Would you drop 25,000 on these?
I personally would. You could spend endless amount of time searching for these figures in this condition, and you may never find them again.
This is one-stop shopping. It's getting your child back in one day.
Hold on 1 second. 25,000, we got a deal. We can have some champagne. Gilligan can have some ginger ale.
I will do a glass of that champagne and say yes.
All right. Wow. Thanks, Jordan.
You know what, this kid, he's becoming my good luck charm.
The rookie came through big time on this one. Ray's purchase of the 12-backs sent me soaring past my sales goal with a record total of $48,000, ultimately making New York Comic Con a huge success, even if we had to go into a little overtime to do it. Now, if I only packed my swim trunks.
Do you have a toy that you think should be featured on our show? Go to toyhunter@travelchannel.com to submit your toy today. You never know, we might take the hunt to you.